In the storm. The year was 2003. I was 22 years old and I had just been working at the super center for maybe a year. The setting is the break room at that super center. I was having lunch with my friend at the time. I looked over to the side and I happened to see this male associate walk in the break room door. The guy was just staring at me. I asked my friend, I'm like, girl, what is he looking at? She's like, girl, I don't know. Don't pay him no mind. What was the super weird thing about the whole situation is that another guy was hard down talking to this guy and he wasn't paying him any mind. He was just staring at me. The male associate's eyes was locked in on me. He eventually walks over to me and says, you have a dark cloud over your head. If you could see how puzzled I look, like the puzzled look on my face, I said, what? In the most confused way I could. He repeated, there's a dark cloud over your head. Then he said, you can't stay here. Now I'm like, why is this guy here playing over my food and I'm trying to eat? It's lunchtime. What? He said, you cannot stay here, but don't be scared. Because once you go, the one thing that you always wanted in life, you're going to have. If you truly know me, you know what that one thing or one person is. After the male associate made that statement, he left and went about his business. Me and my friend continued eating. I was so weirded out. Like, what the heck? I caught up with the guy a little later on that night while he was stocking the dairy items in the cooler. I asked him, what did he mean by that when he said, I couldn't stay here? And then a dark cloud? Huh? Where is here? Is here the super center? Is it the city I'm in? Is it Florida? Where the freak is here? I asked the male associate. He finally replied to my rants of questions. He said he was in the spirit earlier and he can't actually tell me now what he meant because now he's not in the spirit at this moment. He did say, when you get to the point in your life, that point you will know what here is. I believe I know now. Here was the super center. I couldn't stay here. That place had been a real roadblock in my life. A major detour, if you will. But there was good news in the prophecy. He continued on, don't be scared to leave. Once you do the one thing you thought that you could never have, you're going to have. He also went on to say that my drawings would be seen all over the world. Could it be that was the beginning? The prophecy of Project Reach the World?